place. And you, as a senior athletic director of this league, is the priority to expand? Are you good at then it would be what 11 in football, 10 in other sports? What's the plan? Because obviously there's conversation. Whatever you can share.
Yeah, first of all, I think we're a strong position when you look at the group of five schools and the conferences. I do understand the ability of San Diego State looking at these and they've done a great job, built a new stadium, invested in the sports they needed to, have had success in football, basketball. The reality is, you look at our program here versus their program there, and the differences are the success in football and the investment that they've made in facilities. Across the board, everything else, we have more championships than they do in the last 5 years. Academically, we're better than they've had, but those other factors that we mentioned
comes back to football, men's basketball, right?
exactly, and that's the challenging part that we have. So I do believe that we're better than the American and all those other ones. We're in the great position, but we have to start identifying, and there's the commissioner and others have been looking at this, including myself, is what else is out there? What other programs out there? We want to make sure that we're positioned if and when the time comes. If it's San Diego State leaving, if it's us looking at adding to us, what can grow our revenue threshold? What can make us stronger? And the stronger part, at the end of the day, when it comes to TV dollars, it is who's going to make us stronger football wise and basketball wise. And if they cannot provide a value that can help us move that needle, then for us, it's staying strong and making sure we're still at that level, that we're the best group of five, so that we can give ourselves a chance. Now, in New Mexico's behalf, myself, sure, we all want to better ourselves and put ourselves in a position where we need to be. I know what we can do here. I know the success. I know the passionate fan base. I know everything we're doing. We still have some things that we need to get done, and I think that would better our opportunity.
Football's been an issue, right? I don't know what would have happened. JJ, you and I have had this conversation, I mean, for a million years. Football stirs the drink in college athletics. And if your football program, as opposed to going, with 2 wins over the last bunch of years, 6 wins, 7 wins, 8 wins, and showing progress, would you be in a conversation at that point?
Would be in a better conversation. We'd be better positioned. I would tell you that. And I think it all depends on, you get a new commissioner at the Big 12, and he views things differently than the previous.
You're right in their footprint,
and it's true. And so that's the difference is you have a new commissioner who's thinking differently about the way he wants to do things.
Hey, what are discussed in that? You mentioned, of course, football, basketball, because that stuff is what's on television. That's what you get the TV contracts for. But how much does academics come into this conversation, and where universities stand?
I think for every conference, if they tell you it's not, I think if you just look at the memberships, that there's always a component of it.
Some more than others, right?
Some more than others, absolutely. I mean, the Big Ten, the ACC, and the Pac-12 have always been one of those that have come out publicly and said academic standards have to be at a certain thing. Like, the Big Ten has the AAU association with, I think, majority of their institutions, and not all of them. The ACC as well. The SEC has raised up their standards considerably. And so I think when you look at all that, it is, have no doubt in my mind that it is a huge component of it when it comes to having an affinity for a specific school. If they're going to be at that one of those that we want to bring in, I could tell you from the Mountain West, when we're looking at schools, that's a part of this conversation. Where's their fan base? What's their investment in their facilities? Where are they academically? If they're not at the level where we are today, why do we bring them in?
Just like they're looking at you at the Big 12, and that's why I say football becomes such an issue. And where's their fan base? Where's their commitment? And that's where I think you academically, other facilities, other programs. That's why football it's been so important to get that thing going.
It is. It has to be. It's 80% of the revenue that we generate for TV and for the conference, and so the conference distribution. So we have to do that. We have to get it going.
Eddie Nunez, UNM's athletic director, is in studio just for a few more minutes.
I know, Eddie, once you're in the seasons, things tend to slow down, but we've had so many conversations about the future and dealing with NIL, this or that. Do you feel clearer moving forward? Like, is it like when you're in it and you're seeing how things are working out, you're going, oh, that maybe it's just is more off-season talk and hype. What do you, just about the future of the NCAA athletics? Like, do you feel better about it, or is it still a lot of uncertainty?
I feel better because we're having the conversation. Do I feel like we're in the right place yet? No. I still think we have a lot of steps to take to actually put us in a position where we can feel strongly about the association that we're a part of. Now, with that being said, we have taken the steps with the Transformation Committee, with some of the legislation that has changed the development with NIL. Where does that go? There's a lot of questions that still need to be answered. We have a new president of the NCAA. He's going to be taking his official role here very shortly, but he's already started getting to know the conferences, getting to know the commissioners, getting to know those individuals that he can get and have those conversations. So I feel better. We still have a lot of steps. And again, this is, we operate under the umbrella of the NCAA. We do, as well as every 300 and, actually several thousands of NCAA schools between Division I, Division II, Division III. So we have to find a way to make this right. If we want to have success, and we want to be able to sustain it.
All right, as we wrap this thing up, why should Lobo fan be rooting for San Diego State and Boise State and Nevada? Because there's some who were in glee last night that Steven Noodles got beat, and in reality, it behooves you to get more teams in the NCAA tournament because it's more money in your pocket in your program.
Yeah, we need as many as we can get into the NCAA. That's a key. First and foremost, our fan base needs to come out tonight, support our senior night, come out and support our guys. They need us now more than ever. They're ready to go. Second, I'd say cheer for anybody against San Jose State just to give us a chance. And then, honestly, it's us taking care of ourselves, but we need to get as many teams we could possibly get into the NCAA and see ourselves playing on that championship night at the Mountain West tournament.
All right. GoLobos.com/give day. That is the website. It's a big day for Lobo Athletics. It's a big year for Lobo Athletics. And baseball's off to a 6-1 start and scoring runs by the dozens. Big trip to Arizona to get started. Softball with your new coach is off to a nice start. You got a women's basketball team that's on a big winning streak. You got a men's basketball team that's still looking at the NCAA tournament. The pit's available if there's an NIT option for the first couple of weeks. I know that's always talk.
Oh, yeah.
I know you didn't want to talk about that.
No, it is. That's something we made sure we made available. We want to have our teams there.
Got to have that conversation.
I don't want to be playing the NIT, nothing against the NIT. I want to be in the NCAA, but yes.
But we got to have that conversation, and then football's under spring practice, and it's a big year for football.
It is, and it's fun. If those have that opportunity to go watch them practice, go out there. It's going to fun. It's fun.
All right, Give Day is today. Lobo Give Day. GoLobos.com/Give Day. Eddie Nunez is the athletic director. Always appreciate the time and you spending a few minutes with us today.
Appreciate you guys. Good to have you here. Thanks again for being a part of this, JJ.
We'll reset it when we come back. You're going to hear from Morris Udeze. He's playing his final game of the regular season in the pit as a Lobo. That's tonight. We're going to hear from him on Senior Day as the opening drive continues. Thanks for being a part of the show this morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Hour.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future and get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about. We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.